Welcome back, Virgo. Here I have 9 cards again pulled for you. This reading is very contradicting, but I was definitely able to pull something out of here for you. I'm also going to pick some clarifiers from the Liberty deck as well to get you guys a kind of more like a what to do next. Just like usual, I'm still doing free reading, so if you or anyone you know is looking for a free reading, just leave a comment or send me an email and I will reach back out to you. Doesn't have to be a Virgo. Anyone looking for a free reading, and if you guys resonate or like the way that I do my readings, then if you want one, just let me know. So we have a 6 of fire and we have the Earth card here. This is telling me about, if we look at the 6 of fire, you see this card, it's very light. The energy that comes off of this card is very light and elevating. It's very airy, and you know, with the hot air balloons, it's very airy, light, and kind of high vibrational, free flowing. It floats. It's high vibrational light energy. But then it looks like we have the Earth here, and the Earth is going to be exactly the opposite. This is why I say this reading is very contradicting. The Earth is a very grounded energy. So instead of free flowing and you know, light, the Earth is going to be very heavy and grounded with gravity. So this combo here, this duo here, is kind of putting you in a stance or in a spot where it's making you feel stuck or grounded. Or it's just making you feel, because we get here and you're down here, Earth, and we have the background here showing that it's just, this card just screams to me frustration most of the time. Sometimes I get a different, it usually stands for, or it usually gives me the vibe of, you know, someone just meditating, but this card usually gives me the idea of frustration. Especially because you can see the expression in this card today. It's giving off the idea of sorrow or sadness or just being stuck. I feel you feel that you are stuck in a sense. Also, we have this hot air balloon floating up. Usually hot air balloons are light and they don't really carry a lot of weight in them. This one has a ship attached to it. So, of course, these are just cards, and this is just, you know, it's not like, I don't know the word I want to use, but in everyday real life, if you would see this, that hot air balloon would not float, or 9 times out of 10 it would not float. The ship will be too heavy to pick up or to be lifted by a hot air balloon. So this is why I feel whatever this is, you have something that is raising your energy or raising your vibration, but at the same time pulling on you and grounding you back down to reality, kind of simultaneously. So this is what is causing this annoyance or this frustration or this kind of discomfort. I'll just leave it at discomfort. You're in a period of discomfort because you feel that there's a restriction here. You feel you're being restricted. With the corner here, I feel like you have a lot to do, or there is a lot of things on your plate. I also feel you have a lot of knowledge or a lot of information or a lot of ideas coming to you at this time, or a lot of ideas you already had and you held for a while. That you just can't share, or you just can't because you're feeling stuck, you're feeling grounded, or you're feeling where you're not able to move in a direction that you're looking to move in because you have something or another force. This could be a different person, or there's something here that pulls you back every time you get in your zone or in your state. It's like say you are meditating. It's like every time you finally get to meditate, or every time you finally get that alone time, like no one has been bothering you for an hour, so you're like, I can definitely use this time as time for myself. Then what do you know, someone comes knocking on your door, and now you are annoyed, you're frustrated, and you are out of the state, out of the zone. This is what it's talking about to me. Being in this zone or being in this state, this can be a dream as well. You just waking up from a dream and coming back into natural or 3D reality, tapping into 3D reality. I feel whatever the state is you're in, you keep getting snapped out, or you keep getting pulled out of it. And you get back to doing, you know, your everyday work here with the corn here, but you remember it. It's like whatever you do or whatever you take from whatever the state is here, it's like you remember it, you take it, you bring it with you. The connection you made with the heart of the sky, the 2 of water, and the Ace of Cups here, it's like this connection you make, you take it with you and you bring it with you. You're using it to break through or break off of this this energy here. This is what you're using it for. Look at that, the heart of the sky, the 2 of water, and the Ace of Cups. You're using this, whatever the information, whatever this during this state, whether it's a dream state, a meditative state, whatever you go and you find, you're using this to break out of this new or to break into this new thought or this new idea, this new space or this new landscape or this new creative playground or this new whatever you know, put it to how it resonates with you. It's like when you come back out of the state, you remember, look at her face. Look what she's looking at here. You remember this idea, you remember this thought, you remember this experience. And it's like a memory, but you use this memory to propel you forward or to drive you forward or to keep you going. Hummingbirds are very light animals, or very light birds. When they fly, they're light. Their wings move so, I think it's like, what, 200 times per minute? Don't quote me, because I literally just made that up. But I know their wings move so fast per minute that they seem like they're floating. Like, I think they're one of the only birds that can fly in place or stand in place, can float or fly in place because their wings move so fast and they're so small, so they just float. So I feel like that's what you're doing here. And every time, it's like every time you try to float or you try to move or get away, or if this is a person, just take it how it resonates, guys. I don't want to give you guys or put you guys or give you guys any examples. I just want you guys to find where it resonates and use it there. So it's like whatever this dynamic here is, once you get ready to go or to share your passion or to share whatever it is you find, it's like something pulls you back or something stops you from saying it or something stops you from revealing it, something stops you from going forward, something stops you from moving forward and progressing. That's what I feel like here. There's an energy here stopping you from moving forward or progressing. It can be another person or it can be just yourself, internal dialogues, internal thoughts, internal beliefs. So this holds you back from the world, this pushes you back, and this makes you more or less prone to kind of like sitting on the sideline and watching. I see a lot of you wanting to say, you wanting to do, you wanting to create, you wanting to be, but there is this energy here, this very restrictive energy. It's very restrictive here, and it puts you in a state of, look at, and the earth here. So it's like you have truths, or you have ideas, you have knowledge, you have thoughts, you have something you have that you want to put out and you want to share it and you want to express and you want to do or you want to follow, whether it's sharing it with people or exploring it and sharing it with yourself. You have something, you found something. And it's like every time you try to get further and further into discovering, into realizing, or to exploring this aspect here, it's like this restrictive energy keeps coming in. It's like you move 2 steps forward and it comes in and knocks you 1 step back. So you're still moving forward, but you're still moving back at the same time. And it's put you in this kind of frustrated or restrictive state. I see with the hummingbird, you're just trying to break out of this, whatever this energy is here, how it moves over into the hand. You're just trying to break out of that storm or break out of this greenish kind of, what energy is that? I just noticed this actually. If I put the lights down, see if I can do that. It's a thought, because you see the gold here and then the gold behind. You're trying to break free of these. Maybe it is mental, guys. I hope you guys can see how the green like switches over, like how I see it. Here. Oh shit. Whatever. So here and here. Okay, I hope this resonated. And once again, if you guys are looking for a free reading, actually, let me pull you guys some clarifiers. Give me 1 second. Here I have your clarifiers. This is going to be the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of, or Knight of Spheres, and the Seven of Cups. What they're coming out in this dynamic or this aspect here behind, I'm actually seeing exactly what is stopping. I'm seeing what this energy here is now. I'm actually, this is kind of like, this used to be one of my worst cards here, but I'm starting to get the feeling of what this card actually is. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and or the Ace of Spheres here in this deck, and it is talking to me more about this energy here, this whatever this is. So this is not really important right now. we're just gonna sit it there. This energy is going to be the advice for you guys. And then we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, so starting to take things into your own hands. We also have 2 ones here, well 3 ones if we're counting the Ace of water, well 4 ones if we're counting the corn here as well. Let's see, 9, what is the curse? That's a 5. So yeah, this dynamic or this aspect is going to be with the Knight of Spheres, and this is showing me old thoughts. I think I mentioned that in the reading, old thoughts and old beliefs. 7 of Cups in this deck talks to me about beliefs that are stuck in your mind on repeat, or they're just destructive beliefs, very destructive beliefs. So this may be what this is, or this can just be destructive people or destructive things, actual people surrounding you, and kind of like judging you or shaming you or giving you like a side eye or making things hard for you to actually take on this energy. I see this is what you're worried about. He's like looking into the stars or looking into here. If you follow his gaze or follow his eyes and you follow how the cards match, if you put this Ace of Pentacles back here, this is a different energy or a different vibe than these 2 cards. Because if you follow how these cards match and his eyes, the background and the stars and how everything connects, you see, you know, his horse is looking this way. They're paying attention to kind of like towards the Ace of Pentacles rather here, and he's paying attention towards this, and this is going to be the destructive thoughts or the destructive beliefs that you're paying attention into. This is the energy that is grounding you or stopping you from moving forward. You have a lot of destructive beliefs that you or not even a lot, there it can be one, it's just destructive beliefs. You have destructive beliefs that are stopping you from bringing this with you, bringing this dynamic or this aspect with you out into the world or whatever you do, so you can elevate. So once you release these beliefs, and then we have the Magician here as well. What's that? Oh, it's upside down. So once you you know, take control and tackle these beliefs and find these beliefs, then you'll be able to release them. Half of the times we have beliefs going on repeat that we don't even realize or we don't even know, because you know, they're so deep in our unconscious or in our mind that it's just, there's nothing to trigger or bring them into the awareness. You know, they're still playing, they're still on repeat, or they're still going on in the background. But if we don't know, like if we aren't aware, then it's just like we would never know, because there's nothing to bring it into our awareness. But yeah, I'm feeling like this dynamic here, you can definitely see how, I just want to get the light out the way. You can definitely see how he's so focused on these destructive, it's like criticism, being afraid of what people say or what people think. But anyways, my cards are all fucked up. This reading is getting long. I hope this resonated. And once again, if you guys are looking for a free reading, I'm doing free readings for a while because I just love how everything is coming out of these cards. If you guys would like a free reading, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.